緑の森で目を覚ます記憶胸の獣が闇の中嘲笑うよ巡る石の中そばにいて白き人よ輝きをもたらして今すぐにこの乾き潤してこの目に映るものは遠い日の真夏の
Hot. My throat is parched. How long has it been since my thirst been quenched? Also, hi guys, welcome back. Today's episode, we're going to finish off Route 1. My body is harmed by the rising sun, and has changed these abilities far surpasses my previous ones. That is only natural. If your momentum increases, you must increase your intake of nutrients. Regular food will not suffice. It will not satisfy. This thirst will not leave me. Red blood screaming from anguish. This body, which can only be healed by corruption. Always for these past 3 years, I have always resisted the temptation. That night, ever since that summer, when I was bitten by Tatari. Hot. Walls of my throat stick together as if to block off my head from the rest of my body. My head floats above my body as if not attached. There's only one way to bring everything together. There are no nerves connecting the limbs of a vampire. What connects a vampire is just red blood. Moreover, the blood of others. Vampire cannot survive while stealing the blood of others. I won't do it. I will never do it. I will never want to be the same as that one. Because an existence like mine that cannot survive while stealing from others is a mistake. But at the same time, no. It's only natural to require a greater intake of energy in order to maintain such a desired existence. And this is where such a supreme level of life forces exist. The race of vampires exists far beyond that of humans. So a human diet could not compare to that of a vampire. As a word, red blood, anguish, despair. Of course, you could say that is not normal. Say that is normal, but the energy it provides is immense. I know that. I understand as an alchemist, which makes sense what makes sense is justified. So that makes the race of vampire justified. For them, as living organisms, they are not doing anything wrong. Drinking blood is totally a natural phenomenon, without any shame. But I continue my refusal to do it. I don't understand. Why do I keep clinging to my humanity? It does not add up. Some numerical value must be incorrect. Also, I would not still have these doubts. I can think of all this calmly. But just where, when, and what is mistaken? Was mistaken. Mumbling that, I awakened. Night is finally a full moon. That is a time limit. All the ripening rumors will become Tatari tonight. My true goal, bringing vengeance to the one who initiated me into the race of vampires, attacking the enemy of Etnam, will end here, no matter what, by tomorrow. I think I am finished. These past 3 years, never returned to Atlas, continuing my flight from the church, and my relentless pursuit. All these in the past 3 years. During that time, all I had gained is just an understanding that my vampiric impulses may cause me to develop a liking for others. In the end, I didn't even discover what was wrong. That's all I wanted to answer. All I wanted to know was where I was. Sion Etnam, went wrong. I didn't need an answer because that was, after all, even if I found an answer, the dullness of my existence would not change. Isn't that what is wrong is right? I only wanted to know what was wrong. All the same, I couldn't even fulfill that simple desire. Time to go. Tonight will be the last night. I emerged from the back alley. There is only one place to go. That shrine where the whole town could be seen, where he and I first met. tall, partially constructed skyscraper displaced by some strange twist of fate called Shrine will be my final stop tonight. I knew from the beginning where Tatari would converge. I didn't come to this town because I could sense his presence like an agent or a hunter. I reached my conclusion through my calculations. They projected a location this city matched it. Almost time. This time I will, even if am alone, I will defeat Tatari. My entire body free, just thinking that I am unable to combat that monster caused my thoughts to halt. That is only natural, not knowing what shape it will take. I do not know if I can hold my own against it. An enemy who has not taken form cannot be analyzed for data. Alchemists are those who fight using information, yet I do not have that to draw on. I must go. It's almost midnight. With shaking leg, I advanced forward with my mind still encased in ice. Then, you finally came. In the entrance of the building. Hey, you're an hour late, Xion. He stared, raising his hand in an easy greeting. Shiki? Yeah, but what was that expression? You look like you've seen a ghost. Because you... Why? Why not? Didn't we promise? Until we met our objectives that we would cooperate. So it's not quite over yet. You haven't found what you were looking for, Xion. I see. In short, he saw everything through everything and was playing dumb. I'm a little surprised. My internet is detached, so I don't know what he is thinking, but I truly know just how good of a person he is. Because he knew he didn't destroy the vampire, is that I was hiding something from him. Yet he still waited for Xion Utnum like that, like before. Certainly, there still remained one of my objectives, but that is my problem. Your objective was met last night, so I do not think there is any reason for you to wait for me. Oh yeah, sorry about that, but please don't worry about it. After all, I couldn't quite rest easy unless it was completely confirmed. If the vampire was still here, it would be bad. I'm not finished yet, so there's no reason for me to go back. Well, since our goals are pretty similar, can we just team up like before? So let's stay together a little longer. I do not mind, but I cannot bear responsibility for what will happen. It will get deadly. I will look out for myself more than for you. Are you still okay with that? Sure, I do the same thing, so I won't mind one bit. I wonder. Did you say something, Xion? I cannot believe what you just said, but I do not mind, because I believe in you, Shiki. And the two of us entered the building. My legs, which was shaking so hard earlier, slipped into an easy gait as if trembling from before it never happened. Probably because I am happy to not fool myself and say bluntly I am overjoyed. I am less embarrassed than I thought I would be. Moreover, I feel splendid. Now time to switch off my emotion. I have to try as hard as I can to hide my feeling before she can act like the way I was before. The elevator rises. There wasn't any electricity, but after a little fiddling by Xion, our trip to the rooftop begins. Hey, Xion, yesterday we defeated the Tatari that became Nero. Yet he's still here. Does that mean we have to defeat the true Tatari? No, when it comes to Tatari, there is no such thing as true Tatari or fake Tatari. Yes, not even you can completely kill Tatari. Excuse me. It is special among all the 27 ancestors of the dead apostles. Huh? Tatari can exist forever through others, the same as Ra, the infinite reincarnator. Wait a minute, Xion, what did you just say? About Ra, you were connected to him, weren't you? Yeah, I was. Wait, that's not it. What about you said before? What did you say exactly about Tatari? Tatari, one of the 27 ancestors of the dead apostles. Come to think of it, I never did tell you that. No, you didn't. Those 27 ancestors are the strongest, aren't they? I never knew he was one of those. That was an omission on my part. I will explain everything, so please do not be angry. Simply put, Tatari is an unprecedented vampire. The dead apostles are only humans who became vampires. They are second-generation vampires who are their own breed of vampire apart from the true ancestors. The highest among them are called the 27 ancestors. Among those 27, there are those whose true form is unknown. Even other dead apostles do not know of them. Even the church pursued them because they are the ancestors. The other of the 27 do not face them either. The resistance is strained even among vampires, a minimum which strays from the norm of the 27. That is Tatari, number 13, the vampire called the Night of Walchia. The Night of Walchia? I heard something about that from Senpai. The church know where the lair of the 27 ancestors are, with the exception of one of them. Yes, Tatari, no, the Night of Walchia does not have a lair. In the first place, it is something that does not even exist in this world. Something that doesn't even exist in this world? You mean he's dead? No. There are those among the ancestors that exist even though their body has been destroyed. Simply, you cannot destroy the 27 ancestors by destroying just their bodies. But that's not what I mean. The Night of Walchia truly does not exist. It is possible that cannot exist unless certain conditions are met. But as long as they are met, it is a dead apostle that can live forever. That is the form of the immortal possessed by the Night of Walchia. Immortal, not even dead apostle lasts forever, yet they still yearn for eternity, right? Those are the words of the infinite reincarnator, Roa. Yes, the Night of Walchia resembles him terribly. It does not independently exist internally, only by others. The apostle are immortal, but not eternal. And immortality, which requires them to drink the blood of others, means they will not age, but does not mean they will not die. Most ancestors work to perfect that incomplete perfection, but they all fall short. Among them, there are those who seek eternity, not for themselves but for others. One was Valdejon, Michael Roa Valdejon, another apostle who reincarnated in those with abilities. Another in the Night of Walchia, Zepia Etlum Obrion. He took another approach from Roa, but still attained eternity through others. Zepia Etlum Obrion. Wait, his name is the same as. Quiet, the detail of his name has nothing to do with this explanation. It would take too long to explain that. He had his eye on using others to attain immortality, eternity. No, you must say a circumstantial eternity. His life does not reach eternity, but his phenomenon does. No matter how strong of a life form he is, it can only be defeated against a life form which exceeded. Is it life? If his life, if its life is destroyed, it dies. If it dies, it will disappear. But if its origin is a phenomenon that occurs after a certain set of circumstances, then it cannot truly die. Because as soon as those conditions are met, it will occur once again. Nepia chose his occurrence. Condition is to be based on human conception. Yes, to carry this analogy to the extreme, he is like a typhoon. A typhoon stems from low pressure and is a continual menace, occurring over and over as long as conditions are met. But even if you could destroy the phenomenon of typhoon, it still reoccur within this world. That's what Tatari is like. A societal phenomenon, a rumor relying on information which will continue as long as the human world continues, was born from that Tatari, the vampire called the Night of Walchia. Sorry, Sion, could you explain it in a term a little easier to understand? There's truly no such orientation. Please think of it as kind of an energy that gives things orientation. The dead apostle Zebia failed in his attempt to gain the arcane secrets called Six, but as expected from a dead apostle, he did not fail completely. He was unable to rewrite the system, but he was able to remain inside. After failing to gain the Six, Zebia's body was dispersed, but it was dispersed according to his wishes. The division of his strong spiritual elements caused him to remain in this world. Normally, the separation of these spiritual elements and the soul separation from the body causes it to fall into nothing. Whether it's happening quickly or slowly, it's all the same, a natural process one cannot resist. Released from the prison of the flesh, the spiritual elements with no intent of their own, or salvation to orientate them, somehow fall into nothingness until, also sorry about that, until they are once again transformed. But before that happened to Zepia, he mastered the Tatari equation. As long as certain conditions are met, his dispersed spiritual element converge upon rumors and are born anew in this world. In the span it takes for a human to disappear, the alchemist Zepia calculated the place where Tatari would occur. All that was left to chart his journey over a 1,000-year cycle and send his body along such a route. Of course, that route is endless, one-way trip. Zepia placed himself into a silicon route so that even after the intent called Zepia ceased to exist, his scattered part would continue along that program. The dead apostle named Zepia no longer exists, so the 13th slot has no name. The dead apostle called Tatari isn't actually a dead apostle, but is nothing more than a phenomenon. Nothing more than a phenomenon. But a phenomenon that just entered reality from unpleasant rumors is just, yes. The dispersed dead apostle does not have anything left of its former self. No, in the first place, there is no way for such a thing to come back. What the dead apostle called the Night of Washia is simple. It has to do with the mastering system of authenticating rumors and realizing them in his own body. When a community of people imagine one thing at the same time, there emerges a consensus of the village a legend. When such a legend becomes universally established, Nights of Wachia become that legend and disappear in the same manner. And it appears that the first appearance was in Romania, occurring in Wachia. Occurring in Wachia? Yes, Wachia region of Romania was once the home of a feudal lord, Vlad Tepes. It is said that while he was lenient to his people, Vlad was incredibly brutal towards his enemy, the invading Turks, doing the unthinkable to the other people, not only killing the enemy, but going even farther by using their flowing blood in his strategy. Despite going so far to protect his own people, rumors began to say he was a vampire. Of course, those were just rumors, yet in the civilization blanketed in darkness, vampire did exist. And people feared that Vlad Tempest was a vampire. It had nothing to do with reality. And after Vlad Tempest died, the town still circulated the rumors. If the Lord is a vampire, then during the full moon will he return to drink our blood, won't he? Vlad, rumored to be a vampire even while he was alive, was still feared for being a vampire after he died. The rumor of a vampire in such an isolated place was very useful to Zepia. He chose Waltia, the place of the death of Vlad Tempest, as his best sample cause to begin from. On the night of the full moon, he transformed into the rumored Vlad the vampire and began massacring the people. After the night of the church arrived, there was not a single body with any liquid left from the streets to the street, from street to street. Human skin were all spread all over the ground. Vlad the vampire rumored to drink until there was nothing left, drink not only their blood, but after all the water within their body. Every one of the knights must have thought it was a true nightmare. That massacre was so terrible the church could only call it one thing. The ultimate nightmare, the gathering of all terrors, just the night of Walshia. The night of Walshia. And what happened to him after that? He disappeared. But the death of all those who feared his curse, his curse could no longer spread. After the night of Walshia killed all those who made him, he vanished. Well, he wasn't only able to appear for one night, so it's possible for the people to survive. I don't get it. The Night of Washia materialized curses, right? So if he left the people alone that first spawning, wouldn't he be able to last forever? No, Tatari received the form of a curse. Unless he act according to that conception, he will not be able to exist. After crystallizing into the object of the people's dreaded wishes, he killed them all and then vanished according to their wishes. Appearing as a curse, Tatari must be, above all else, a curse. I guess I understand a little. Then it was human who made the Night of Walshi into a curse, so Tatari could be made into something bad or something good. Kind of like the story about the monkey paw, where it granted your wish in all too simple of manner. So if humans thought of something good, then it wouldn't turn into a vampire, right? We arrive at the rooftop, Cheeky. Then right here is Yes, at midnight the Night of Walshia will begin. You cannot die, Shiki. Please, so please discard any useful thought right now. She unplugged the control panel. The not quite finished elevator groans as the door opened. The rooftop is still being constructed. It seemed no one is around. There probably has not been anyone around these past few days. Sion, what are you doing? Spinning around like that? Is that valid? No, I'm using my ether light to draw information from the surrounding. You're gonna run out of time like that. You really are. It has begun. That's Tatari. This is good. I can't really see them. Of course, right now you can't see any lines of death there. Even you cannot kill words. Inside there is still nothing but words. You cannot kill that which has yet to exist. At this stage, the only thing which can kill it is something like Archery Broonside. Archery? You mean only something that is so recklessly strong can break it? You really are quite direct. I've been wondering for quite a while, but how come you are only so direct when it comes to the true ancestor? No, that's not it. She won't understand unless you really spell it out for her. It's like, I see. So that's how Akia feels. I may be wishful think. It may be wishful thinking, but I may get along with her. What are you saying over there, Xion? Can you not tell? I'm just thinking aloud. To myself. Let us move on, Shiki. It seems Tatari has taken shape. Knew it. You chose to take the strongest form by drawing upon the thoughts of the people who knew of the vampire in this town. But of course, the Night of Walshia goal has nothing to do with being a curse. Zepia goal was to become a true ancestor. Zepia never knew things would turn out like this, but in this town, the method to become a true ancestor, the answer he was seeking, has emerged. As a backup plan, Zepia investigated places where the princess of the true ancestor would appear, which is why I am here now. There has been a lot of up and down, but Zepia goal is within my grasp. Tonight the Night of Walshia will end. Without even thinking, I hold my breath. This is Tatari. The Night of Walshia not only took her appearance, but took Arcui personality and mannerism. Oh, you're here too, Chiki. Wow, I thought you would have come by yourself, so I'm pretty surprised Chiki is with you, Xion. You got a little softer over these past 3 years. Yeah, Reese Balf was the one who protected you back then. Bastard. Don't speak of don't speak of her so lightly. Sion's whole body is shaking. Wait, no. The Knight of Walshia seemed to be enjoying her like that. Wait, Sion, can I try and talk for a little bit? Shiki, it's dangerous. That made it look like the true ancestor, but it's totally different on the inside. Try to hold a conversation that just being. I know, but there's something I want to ask. The Knight of Walshia, right? If you're the vampire who truly takes the form of others, then answer me this. Have you ever once not had the will to drink someone's blood? I see now. Shiki, even though it's me, you're really concerned about that. I'm just asking you a question. You can take the form of people wishes, right? Then maybe once, you can actually become something good. Oh, you're so good. To ask me something so nice like that is so wonderful. Wonderful! Don't poke fun. If you're in that form, then I know you'll answer me. Well then, has that ever happened? Yeah, it happened not once, but many times when people wished for a bumper crop, or for arguing villagers to become friends, or for the gods of a sacred tree, or the plague lifted. Of course, I granted each and every one of those wishes. After all, I am a vampire who appear according to everyone wishes, right? Then I have to at least grant their wishes, don't I? Then if you become something evil, it is because of the people. You don't have any will of your own, so you can only do what people wish upon themselves, right? Yeah, that's right. Even though I am a result of your uneasiness, Shiki, I never thought once from my own for my own. I never thought once from my own will to harm other people. That's a lie. You have always killed people because you wanted to. Oh, that's terrible, Tian. I even let you go, so that's news to me. And I'll ask you, Knighted Walshia. You said there was a village that one with a bumper crop. How did you make that happen? Simple, without proper agriculture condition, you cannot have a great harvest, right? So I provided plenty of fertilizer. The dead body of everyone in the village, of course. And for the quarreling town people, how did you make them friends? That was simple. Everyone had a different opinion, so that is why they were quarreling. So I granted their wish. In the end, they all tried to escape from me together. And the village wanted their local god. I became their god. And because their god demanded it, I took the heart of each and every one of them. In the town praying for release from the plague, I helped them from the plague too. The quickest way to end someone suffering from the plague is for them to die, you know. Why? Why you? What are you so surprised about, Shiki? If you're that rude, I'll kill you. Well, I'll kill you no matter what, actually. I am a vampire, and according to you, I will drink the blood of everyone in this town. That's how things are, Shiki. The Night of Washia grant nothing other than the sucking of blood. A vile demons that proudly, brutally interpret every desire of the people into killing everyone and sucking their blood. The Night of Washia, no, the man named Zepia who made it will always kill everyone because he enjoyed it. Of course, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't interesting. I appeared according to everyone's desire, and then I leave in the manner that they wish. The irony, the irony. Humans are so ironic. It's so wonderful that only humans are filled with this much irony, isn't it? A perfect, beautiful setting where everything goes right would be a boring play. What humans really enjoy is not a happy ending, but a tragedy, right? What beautiful is dirty. What dirty is beautiful. If you cannot understand that, then you really can't take my place, you know. What did he just say? Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing to do with you. That's so, but your body is already at its limit. I don't know why you keep resisting, but you should just hurry up and dirty yourself. If you become the Knight of Washia, it's alright if Tatari never is her again. Zepia may not have gained anything, but if it is you, the Knight of Washia, you may achieve everything. At least the rate of success will increase. What I introduce you to, and the fact that you understand me will not change. I do not have to be the one in charge. As long as the sixth is obtained, I'll be satisfied. It isn't a bad thing, is it? With the two of us together, you could wield a veto over any order from the Knight of Washia. After all, you would be the Knight of Washia after all. After that happens, all you would need to worry about is how you intake substance. If attacking human is not to your liking, there are other ways. You could find a way to compromise between your dignity and the Knight of Washia. I am amazed. You created quite the useless formula, Washia. After all these 100 years, you've just managed to gain a strong coast. Your intelligence is controlled by the intelligence of Arcueil Broomside. My, for one such as you, becoming a true ancestor is impossible. What? I do not even need to consider your proposal. I came here to destroy you by my own hand, entirely a matter of my own personal grudge. I intended to do business with me, by purely to emotional rather than calculation is the height of folly. Now, please disappear, Washia. This night will not dance to the tune of your lies. Before they can permit this town, I will destroy you now, that you have taken shape. Oh, as one of my kind, I thought you would have sympathized with me, but I was mistaken. The feeling is mutual. You have ruined all my fun, Xion, challenging me to fight when you have odds of success are so low. This is Arcueil Castle. Yes, I am Arcueil Boonside, the princess's true ancestor. Materializing my world here is rather simple. Xion, for you defeating me is impossible. Shiki, you're very unfortunate. There's no restriction to bind me here. Even if you kill Arcueil once, you will meet nothing but despair. Well then, this town is much bigger than usual. Time is very precious, you know. Welcome, both of you. I will destroy everything without leaving a trace. Who will fight, Shiki or Xion? Shiki. No, actually, do I want to fight with Shiki? Do I really want to fight with Shiki? Last time I used Shiki. No, I would fight with Xion. What he is, Prince of Knight, blah blah blah. Yes, dance and unfinished romance.
殺してあげる。わかりませんか。
Oh, we're fighting Brad, are you? I'm mad. I'm freaking livid. I'm about to kill you. Oh, no. Dang, that drop was... Oh. Who's that? That's not good. That's not good. Oh, just do this. Oh, no.
あなたでは突破できない。
Why do I keep missing? I gotta be careful not to lose.
Round 2 Fight
許さない。
Ah, shoot. The block. What the frick? I see she got super armor. Got you. Come here, baby.
以上です。
Alright. I think I got this. I'm not sure.
Final
I
round
just gotta be careful. She got a lot of armor. Don't do it. That's a 50%.
計算通りですね。
Away. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna get that. This not good.
無駄な抵抗をやってくれたわ。
Please die, please. Oh, alright.
戦闘終了。帰還します。
No way. This cannot be. No! I'm disappearing after finally attaining the body of a true ancestor. For me to disappear is more precisely, you are falling. Your calculation included only my numbers. Akuri knew how Shiki was a wild card, but you did not. No, you truly could not comprehend. If you knew, you would never have attacked him directly. Are you okay with that, Sion Etnum? If I disappear, you will. All humans will die someday. That is all. But Walshia, I can still make it. I will not accept you. As long as I live, I will not accept another Tatari. We did it. Yes, Tatari have been... Hey, this is a Tsukihime theme. Yes, Tatari have been defeated this time. The Knight of Washia will no longer occur within this town. This town, then he is so alive. You cannot annihilate the Knight of Washia. The only way to kill him would be to return Zepia and kill him. However, that cycle will not occur for another 1,000 years. Oh, then you will... Nothing will change from before. I'm still researching the cure for vampirism. If the Knight of Washia occur, I will defeat it. You mean alone? No, the success rate of 2 people is higher than just 1. If I were to not suffice, I will team up with someone else. And I know the world has an endless supply of people willing to help. So worrying is needless. Please ignore Washia nonsense. I will not be defeated so easily. Xion, I have to thank you, Shiki. You were my first partner, my first friend. So for now, we must part. Now that Tatari have vanished, the agent will come here to capture me. I see, I guess it can't be helped. Yeah, in the end, I couldn't really do much. Of course, this is my story after all. You were just the audience wrapped up in my selfishness. But at the same time, the one to lower the curtain. Did you say something, Xion? No, it's nothing. Then I will go back. Now, Shiki, you should go back before dawn. Then until then, if anything happens, let me know. If I can help, I will. Yes, I will ask while holding back, so please prepare yourself. That sounds kind of weird, Shion. As always, your Japanese is a little bit off. Yes, but I do not think I am mistaken. After all, the two of us smile, we part. Yeah, that's right. I awaited the results of your research. If you gave up halfway through, I feel a little scornful of you, so you should also prepare yourself. In the end, Shiki said that as if he saw how I really felt. Then he walked away. In a place where we first fought, I saw him off. He got me good. If he told me that, then I cannot do anything else. And I am an overachiever, so scorn isn't something I can tolerate. Well, more than anything else. I cannot break a promise I made with my first partner. Shiki, I have to thank you again. The way I have to be from now on, my connection to the Knight of Washia. He realized them both, yet he didn't say anything. I have to thank him for his kindness. Well then, I must be going. Tatari occurred next in Australia or Europe. If things happen quickly, it will be another 10 years. Until then, I have to keep this body going. However, I can't succumb. Oh man, I have a heavy promise to make. Drinking blood will accelerate the process of becoming a vampire. Even if the blood intake problem is solved, I have to find a way to resist vampirism. In that case, what to do is simple. It has been 5 minutes and 10 seconds since Shiki and I parted. Just like him, I walked away with a light gait. While she is no longer in this country, as long as I live as myself, he will not occur here. It was only once, but I was only here for a few days, but still, I will never forget this country. This is where I made a promise with my first friend. Even if we never meet again, I will never stop wanting to return here. If I were to make a wish, it would be to continue our honeymoon here as long as we could. The sound of footsteps, all that remains is a hot summer air and a single abiding memory. And that's the end of Route 1. So, for the first route, I actually really liked it. Oh, so the scenario did come up from Natsu. I was wondering that the whole time. Scenario script was also from Natsu. So Natsu did write this whole story. It seemed like. Characters write Gawain. These guys did a real good job. Music, sound effects, great. Oh, wait. I wonder how many people was involved in this. Because I expected the credits to be rather small. But, Shiki, Nojima, Kindi. Wait, what? Why is Akia's voice actor just Hitomi? Nothing else? I'm guessing she's just she's a series that didn't want her identity found out at the time. But, I guess my thoughts on this are, well, yeah, route. This is a really interesting route. This catches you up really good, fast on the events of CKE. Like if you didn't know who Royal is, or if you didn't know who well, no, I wouldn't say that. This story does a really good job at showing Shiki for who he is. He's a nice person to an extent, but he also tries to be the best person he can. It's not like he's a good person, just that he simply tries to be the best person he can. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Next time we'll be going through Route B.